This is the Bobcat News with your anchors, Mackenzie Fixture and Hayden Hudson. Where every Bobcat matters every day.
Welcome.
I have a question for you. Why do cows wear bells?
Claire and Hadley are going to tell us more about the expectations for distance learning.
Hi, Bobcats. I'm talking to Miss Park about what the expectations of distant learning is.
Hi, Claire.
Hi. Expectations going to look like for the new distant learning?
Sure. So the expectations for Bobcat students with distance learning are that, first of all, they connect with their teachers in some way, and that they use the 4th and 5th grade weekly learning plans that are given out each week and do as much of that suggested work as they can. There also will be 2 required assignments each week, one for ELA and one for math, that we'll be looking for grades. And those will be really well marked in the learning plan so that students and parents know exactly which assignments they are.
What are the challenges that teachers are facing with this new format?
I think it's different for every teacher. It's a big learning curve, though, because we're looking at trying to find ways to get creative with filming ourselves, teaching lessons, with having multiple students online with us at the same time and trying to meet their needs. We're also working our way through a whole lot of new learning resources that we're fortunate have become available to us in the face of the pandemic, but also that are new to us. So there's a lot of new challenges.
What should our Google Hangout etiquette look like?
That's a great question. So during Google Hangout, there's a lot of people oftentimes that will be in those meetings. And it's important that we follow the same norms that we follow in classroom instruction. Things like waiting your turn to speak and yielding when necessary. I think that most teachers have a common expectation that microphones go on mute when students log into the meeting. And if you have questions, the chat box is a useful place for you to put those questions that your teacher will see them in.
Students can get bored or want more work to do during this time. What should they do if they want this?
I think reach out to your teachers, and not just your classroom teacher, but all of the teachers at the school. The specialists are doing really outstanding things as far as offering extra tasks that you could be taking on, but definitely talk to the teachers and ask them what their suggestions are, because they have a lot of them.
How can we stay organized during distant learning?
I would suggest every day logging into your Google Classroom, looking at what your teacher has assigned for the day, and making yourself a checklist. It can be kind of rewarding to mark things off on the checklist, and it helps keep you focused on what you have to get done that day. Also, finding a space to work where you can be focused is important, and that's hard. It's hard even for the teachers right now to find quiet spots in our houses where we can be focused, but prioritizing that and finding a way to make it happen.
What do you miss the most about not being in the classroom?
I miss my students. I miss seeing them face to face and getting to just hear their stories and talk to them not through a computer. That's what I miss the most. But I think that we're really lucky that we live in a day and age where we can talk to each other. Like right now, I get to talk to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Miss Park.
You're welcome, Claire.
What are the expectations going to look like for the new distance learning?
Well, it is a little bit of a challenge, and it's something new for all of us, but we definitely are expecting that our students that are connected online are going to be logging in to their Google each day and checking to see what their teachers have assigned and spending a little bit of time completing those assignments. And then those people that are using the paper packet, maybe just checking into that packet each day and making sure that they are completing all the required work, and so that their teachers have quality work to check when they have the packet returned to them.
Okay. What are the challenges that teachers are facing with this new format?
I would definitely have to say from my own perspective, and I think I speak for a few of us, technology is something that we use a lot, but we don't use it to teach, especially face-to-face. And now that we definitely are having to use face-to-face teaching, and even this interview being, we're in 3 different places having an interview, and so just learning new technology and implementing it. But as I was saying to a parent the other day, teachers are probably the most flexible, and we learn really quick and we'll downshift and make it work.
Okay. What should our Google Hangout etiquette be like?
I know this is something that both grade levels were teaching at the beginning of the week, and it definitely helped some of my students, but there's always room for improvement. And I would have to say, most importantly, it's nice when you are the only one in the room and there's not a sibling or a parent that is part of the conversation as well. It keeps the student more focused on the Google Hangout, and especially when the teacher is teaching a lesson. And then also making sure that pets aren't there. And much as it is fun to share our animals with all of our classmates, if it's an informal hangout, that's great. But when it's a teaching one, it's definitely difficult when there's animals in and out of the camera as well. So sure that we minimize our distractions that are around us when we're at home.
Yeah. Students can get bored and want more work to do during this time. What can they do if they want this?
I would say first check that weekly learning plan, and I know there's lots of things down at the bottom of that they can engage in with different things. Also check your special classroom, because your special teachers are doing an amazing job putting out great things for you all to be a part of and experience while you're at home. And then lastly, we're finding fun activities at our house to do just with Pinterest. And Sophie and I made eggs for the birds the other day out of bird seed and gelatin. And so we're just finding other projects with Pinterest or other internet searches to come up with creative ways to spend our time.
Okay. How can we stay organized while doing school online?
I think just setting yourself a routine is probably most important. I know that's what's helpful for myself is every morning I know that by 8:30 I'm going to log on and I'm going to check in on my students and make sure that everything is set for them when they log on. And then also setting some boundaries. And I know that's been a difficult thing because we are so connected with our phones and everything. But saying my office hours are from 9 to 11 and really trying to adhere to that so that I'm not spending all day working and I am spending some time outside and spending time with family as well so that we're not spending all day trying to get our assignments done. So just setting some boundaries, set yourself a schedule and stick to it.
Okay. And the last one is, what do you miss most about being in a regular classroom setting?
I miss the hugs at the front door every morning, and I miss getting to have that immediate feedback with students when they aren't understanding something or when they do get it and seeing that aha on their faces. So I do miss that, but yeah, probably just the hugs at the door every morning and the good mornings, and so look forward to having that someday soon again.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Abby.
Finley is interviewing Mrs. Whithelm about the 4th grade t-shirt design contest.
What are the rules for the t-shirt design?
Well, the rules are that there has to be a bobcat in your shirt design, and it needs to reflect our theme, which is a Walt Disney theme this year.
Okay. Who is doing the drawings?
So this is a project for all of the 4th graders. And I'm hoping that just by seeing this, you guys will all try. I think right now I only have about 5 pictures, so I'm hoping I can get a lot more just so we have a lot to choose from.
Do the 4th graders get to have people who help them, or is it completely independent?
I'm hoping it's just completely independent. Although I love your parents, it should be your artwork, not your parents' artwork.
Okay. What about adding any words to the drawing?
There were some that had words. I would just stay away from it. I want your drawing to be strong enough that we can see and understand what it is without any labeling. So no words if you can.
Okay. Is this assignment optional?
It is optional, but I'm really hoping that people participate because usually when we're in school, I have everybody try. So if you have a few minutes and you want to try, I think it would be amazing just to have as much participation as we can.
Okay. How do they get the t-shirt designed to you?
If they can take a picture and email it to me, that is the best. Then I can blow it up and see all of the fun details.
And when does the artwork due?
I'm hoping for Monday. So next Monday, if you can have it in sometime during the day, then I'll have enough time to review it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Lincoln and Finn will talk about the PE challenges that Miss Atnip is doing to help us stay active.
Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to do Mrs. Atnip's weekly challenge. She'll be posting new weekly challenges and Tabatas in Google Classroom, so if you go into your specialist classroom, you'll find it there. You can do these with push-ups, pull-ups if you happen to have a bar around, planks, squats. You can do quite a few things with it. I think I'll do push-ups for now. So let's get started.
Let's see what this week's weather looks like. I bet Fisher knows.
Hi, it's Fisher. Here's the weather. It cools off a little next week. On Monday, the high is 28 and the low is 11. On Tuesday, the high is 40 and the low is 18. On Wednesday, the high is also 40 but the low is 21. On Thursday, the high is 44 and the low is 23. On Friday, the high is 47 and the low is 29. All days are partly cloudy and have a 20% chance of rain.
Paige has made a craft with rocks and an old picture frame. She will show you how you can make a great project with things you can find around the house.
Hi Bobcats, I'm Paige and I am going to be doing pebble art to keep you guys busy at home. So the first thing that you need is a picture frame without the glass in it, foam board cut to fit inside the picture frame, little rocks, colored pencils, sticks, hot glue, and newspaper. So the first step that you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to take your rocks and you're gonna want to make your design. And if you can't think of any, you can always go on to Pinterest and look up some. Alright, so I have my design and I'm going to put my foam board inside of my frame so I don't accidentally glue where the frame is supposed to be. So now you're going to take your design and you're going to put it on the frame or the foam board where you want it. Alright, so I have laid down my design and the next thing I'm going to do is glue down the stick. now that I have that done, I'm going to start gluing down my rocks. When you glue down your rock, you're going to want to put it on the rock and not the platform. Alright, so now that I have glued down all of my rocks and got them on the platform, I'm going to take some colored pencils and personalize it, but I'm not going to show you guys till the end because it is a present to the Bobcat News team. Alright, now that I have finished personalizing mine, I'm going to show you. Mine is a gift to the Bobcat News team. I hope you enjoyed the craft and it gave you something to do. Be safe and bye, Bobcats.
Kala will talk about creative places where you can read.
Reading is a great way to keep learning, and it's even better in a comfortable spot. Reading outside is a great place to read and get fresh air. If the weather is bad and you can't go outside, try sitting on your windowsill. A porch or a patio is a great place too. Inside your house, there are a lot of great places to read. Try to find a good spot to read inside or outside, because you can still take AR tests even though you aren't in school.
Paige is making Easter cards.
If you're bored and don't know what to do when you're home, you can try making Easter cards, since Easter is this Sunday. You can make Easter cards for your family, and you can also make Easter cards with your siblings, and you can draw pictures and write a note. You can do anything you want with it, and we'll show you ours when we're done. And this is our finished product. Have a good week. Bye, Bobcats. Bye!
Let's go to the reminders this week.
Hey Bobcats, I'm joining you this evening to share with you some weekly reminders. Make sure you are participating in the scheduled distance learning. This is very important to your education, and your teachers are working super hard to keep your education moving forward. Be sure to follow your weekly learning plans. The school district will be offering free SAC breakfast and lunch during this closure, starting April 9th, and then every Tuesday and Thursday, lunch meals will consist of a heat and eat entree. Heating instructions will be included in the SAC. On Fridays, extra meals will be provided for the weekend. Meals will be available for pickup only at Gannett Peak Elementary. Please contact the school if you need a Chromebook or hard copy packets for weekly work. Hard copy packet pickup and drop off is on Mondays and Fridays from 9 to 1. If you need something else or need to come another day, you should email Miss Friday to arrange a time. Miss Jordan is going to be starting with some Newberry book clubs next week. If you have read Esperanza Rising, Hatchet, or The 100 Dresses, check your emails for details. Miss Friday has asked Life Touch to go ahead and ship the spring pictures. When they arrive, she will contact parents about picking them up. Remember, practice social distancing, wear a mask in public if you can, and wash your hands frequently. And don't forget social distancing. Keep reading and taking AR tests, and keep walking, running, or riding your bike, and stay active. High five, Bobcats.
Here's the answer to the question I asked you. Why do cows wear bells? The answer is because their horns don't work. See you later, Bobcats.
Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye, Bobcats.